Okay, this tutorial is going to go over rebooking your campsite for the following summer. Now, troops at Tomahawk and at Many Point have the ability to book their campsite for the same week and the same site for the following summer before anybody else does. We call this period priority registration period. This period goes from March 1st until May 1st. So in between that time, if you have a registration for the upcoming summer, you would have the ability to rebook that campsite for the same week before anybody else for the following summer. And that would be basically from the spring planning all the way up to May 1st. You would have the ability to do that. So there's no particular rush to do it at one time versus another, as long as you've done it before May 1st. The process is pretty straightforward. You're going to log into this year's current registration. I'm looking at a 2023 registration for Chippewa at Tomahawk, but this could just as easily be at Many Point. Once you've logged into your registration, you'll see your roster and all kinds of other information. In this particular view, we've already confirmed our participants and populated our roster. And at this point, and even before you've confirmed participants, you have the ability to rebook your campsite for the following year. So this example is for 2023. But we want to rebook for 2024. Now, you'll see over here under campsite, you can see which campsite you're currently assigned for. In this example, in demo mode, we're in Chippewa Shoshone campsite, and we have 31 participants staying in Shoshone. Now, if we wanted to rebook this for 2024, the following summer, we can do this before anybody else up until May 1st. On May 1st, it becomes open for everybody else, and anybody could go into the 2024 registration and book that campsite if it hasn't been booked yet. So all you're going to do is click on 2024 campsite deposit. After you do, it's going to ask for you to update some contact information, and you can add additional contacts at this time, but this is a good time to make sure that your primary contact person is going to be correct. Keep in mind, you're not going to be really using this registration for another year. You're just booking. So make sure that the contact information matches the person that's going to be coordinating your registration next year. You're going to update the quantity. Now, you can reserve up to as many spots in a particular campsite as you currently have. So if you're only bringing 10 scouts and 10 adults, or 10 scouts and 2 adults, you'd only be able to book a total of 12 spots in that campsite. And our policies at both Many Point and Tomahawk dictate that if you are not filling half the capacity of a campsite, we have the ability to place another troop in that campsite with you that is of equal size, that is not filling half the capacity. And that's just to provide as many opportunities for people to camp as possible. So make sure that your quantity has been updated, and that when you do this, the number of spots that you're confirming is accurate for the current year, so that you can reflect that again for the following year. So you'll update any camper numbers, you're going to check billing information, and review the cancellation policy. The $100 deposit to hold a campsite is non-refundable if you cancel at any time, and that's just to ensure that when you say you're going to be coming, that we can expect and plan on you coming. After we've confirmed the cancellation policy, we'll have payment options that show up, and you have two different options as always. You've got the bank routing information option, and you have the credit card option. We do prefer that everybody use the bank routing information. It does help keep processing fees down for the camp and for the council, and helps us put that money back into program. For the demo example, I will just use a credit card. You'll see a dialog box appear that says SiteSaver and payment have been saved. And from there, then you can see that the SiteSaver button has disappeared. And at this point, you will get a confirmation email. Please review that and make sure that it lists the campsite that you had intended to book.